I'm Dave with Parks and Rec. Matt's here from Grindline. We have VHB represented too, who's at the park. Thank you for coming. And that's all I'm going to say, because this is Matt's show, because you guys want to see what he developed, not hear it from me. So.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Hello again. Let's get into it. All right. So real quick, just previous steps. Site visit last time I was here. Checked out the old park. Checked out the new location. Some of the wetlands were marked out. Then we had community input meeting number 1. So a lot of familiar faces. That's always good. And also a grant application was submitted. So that was basically the deadline that was driving this preliminary concept. So it is preliminary. We still have some filling in to do, which kind of makes tonight hopefully a little bit more fun, because we've got some open space in there, and I think we can add some stuff in. Just to review the goal again: design an updated world-class cast-in-place concrete skate park to replace the previous park at Kiwanis. And this is just existing site. There's the old park. This is where the new one's going. Old park. This is going to be the new zone here. And this is an iteration of the overall park master plan. I have no idea how final it is. But yeah. Getting closer. Yeah, it's looking good. Looking good. Okay. So here's the preliminary concept. We basically got a big flow bowl here. Kind of the centerpiece is the Capitol Dome inspired island. So, bank wall up here with extension, bunch of different hips. Right now we got a mix of pool coping and steel coping. Kind of open zone here, bank quarter pipe combo through here, nice mellow down rail here. Smaller, just kind of basic square bowl. You get that way you get your mini ramp action if needed, and a good place to kind of learn and develop some transition skills before you get into this big guy here. Pyramid piece here. I did check out last time I was here. Next morning I went and checked out some of those spots you guys told us about, and really, the consistency really seemed to be granite. Yeah. Right? So, yeah, which was rad to see that you guys, got some good spots around. Well, probably shouldn't be saying that. Anyways, if one was to skate. No. But anyways, good granite ledge here, just basic flat bar, triangular manual pad, and another quarter pipe up in here. You got your bank to ledge right here. And I've got a couple different views that we'll go through. Got a stair set here, a couple of handrails, couple ride-on hubbas, and then another little transition / bank wall here with a hip. And after I go through the images, I also have the actual 3D model. It's kind of like, it's a little bit more cartoony, but it's kind of also helps visualize what's going on more 3-dimensionally than the pretty renderings. So you can see another angle kind of zooming in on the street zone there.
We'll have this online by the end of the week in case anybody needs better pictures.
Yep, there's the angle of that end piece, the bank wall. Sorry, I forgot the microphones down here. But the bank wall extension with the hips on either side. Another angle looking down. Got the slappy curb on top of the bank here. There's a granite piece. Got kind of this China bank inspired, tight transition piece. Pump bump in the background. Got your 4 stair here. And one cool thing about this kind of capsule bowl is there's a ton of transfer lines in and out. So it'll be super fun to, flow through the street zone and in and out. And so forth. And then again, just another, we definitely did a couple iterations of this, but this is the one we kind of settled on. Kind of a little bit of like influence from Orcas Island Park. One of the first ones we ever did has that roll-in piece. So, yeah. Where's my mouse? Another view from above. So this is basically your deep end pocket here, and then yeah, banked up here, then extension, tombstone extension all the way around this whole zone.
How deep?
That's something we can discuss tonight. I mean, I imagine this is probably, I'll double check, but I believe this is like 6 feet.
Okay.
I got an elevations page in here somewhere. There it is.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Okay, so yeah, okay, so the general zone is 5 feet deep, but then you come down here and we're at 6.5, and then you got this 2 foot extension here. This is 4 minus 2, so it's another 6.5. This site is definitely, the water table is what's going to be playing a big part in how far down we can go below existing grade. We definitely, you don't want a bowl that's seeping water half the year and whatnot. So these are kind of what we're aiming for currently, but really that will partially dictate what we can and can't do.
That square bowl?
Yeah.
Is that 3 feet the exterior side?
So the deck is +3, and then it's -2 and -3. So it's actually 5 and 6 feet depths. And it may be better to actually almost do 4 and 6. Yeah. Look at it more. Because really, if you want to have like a waterfall between two different elevations, you want at least 2 feet in difference. Otherwise, it would have to be just a gradual change. 1 foot waterfalls are a bag. We tried 1 or 2 way back in the day, and it didn't work out so good. So, but yeah. So the next steps, refine concept for final approval, and like I said, we've got some open space left in the concept. So let's definitely have a discussion about what you guys think it's missing, what you like, what you don't like, and then from there we'll finalize the design. And at that point, get into construction documents, and once those are complete, it's just a matter of funding for construction. It's sounding like just because of available funds and the available footprint that we will have to do some sort of phasing. So we'll take that into consideration. And I think maybe if you guys, as we're chatting through like the features and stuff, like let us know what your priorities, what you want to prioritize to make sure that it's in part of phase 1. So yeah, this one's short and sweet. I'm going to open up the model here. You guys have my email already. I definitely heard from some of you guys. And if I didn't respond, it doesn't mean I didn't read it or take it into consideration. Sometimes those just go straight over to Brett, our lead designer, and I don't know if I'm potentially distracted or whatever. So, but thank you for the follow-up emails. Appreciate those.
Question for you. How many people actually responded to the survey?
142, which is really good.
Awesome.
Yeah, really good. Like anything above 30 is good. So once you're in the triple digits, that's good. It's good to see people care.
And what was the age range there? Because when you were here last, you commented that no one under 18.
Oh, great. I don't have internet. I'll get back to you on that one once I get my hotspot going.
Just curious.
Forgot to get that going. Sorry, guys. But yeah, this will give you kind of a... So these are some of the other park improvements, surrounding the skate park. You can kind of see how it fits in there. But really, this gives you kind of like a better... there's the centerpiece. And maybe we'll do it hollow or something so you could...
Go under it.
Yeah, go under it. Some hippie jumps. That'd be crazy. But somebody probably do it. Yeah, top. But yeah, so you can see the extension, you know, bank wall extension. You got the hips that you can fly in and out of the bank wall from. Just a variety of different hips around. So there's the pool coping extension on that side. So that makes this kind of raised platform area. You can quarter pipe with sort of half pocket. Got the roll in, the old man roll around zone. Old person could be old ladies too. Yeah, I like this. This is nice, simple, like super mellow down rail. Looks fun. Then again, you got the kind of capsule bowl here with transitions all the way around.
That's so sick.
Fun little in and out. It's kind of a little funky pyramid here, 3-sided pyramid hip. Granite, and we just threw a granite ledge in there. I don't see any reason why we couldn't probably do multiple granite ledges. And then your standard, I think, long flat bar. I think that was a specific request, was a long flat bar, but that's about 16 feet long. I mean, hey, it'll probably get skated more than anything in this park, you know. Yeah, I got 4 stair here, and this kind of little pocketed bank up to your slappy curb. It kind of extends on, so you can keep going. Bank to ledge. Did these kind of like ride-on hubbas that are a big hit these days, but and then a couple different handrails.
Are those like Euro step up?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's like a 6 stair going down, and then you got your step up option on either side going up. Nice little combo here. Got your banks on either side, quarter pipe in the middle, lower quarters on either side, so you can, you know, transfer in and out. Another little hip here, a little pump bump. It's kind of China Bank, again, inspired. Tight transition. Probably not as tight as the China Banks. We never do them that tight. It's like 0.5% of the population can actually skate those.
Oh, no, I was just pointing.
Oh, okay.
I like that. Thanks.
But yeah, let me, sorry, I got distracted, but I'll turn my hotspot on so I can get that survey data to you. Well, what do you guys think?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I like it.
All right. What's it missing?
Moore Park.
I feel like a wider flat ledge would be good.
A wider flat ledge that could be like wide enough to be manual
Yes.
too.
Yeah, like I feel like a grand one's good, or like the triangle one's good, but I want more space to approach it because you want to get at angles, you know?
Yeah.
And especially if you like trying to hit the ledge and the flat bar behind you, I feel like if you bail back or someone's gonna come close, and I think a wider ledge would be.
Is the triangle one supposed to kind of mimic the shape of New Hampshire?
Not necessarily. I mean, we could go that route.
Oh, I know they did it.
Burlington, the Vermont manual pad. Yeah, but, you know.
Yeah, I think.
Might just be a little
Obviously, it doesn't look like a long piece of one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of hard. I think if you could make the manual pad like one side more wider, and then if one's just I guess
The triangle one?
yeah, because I'm trying to think if you like hit it, if you're like kind of hitting one off the edge, you know?
Right.
If you're like trying to skate a manual pad, you want to hit it straight on, but maybe that narrow path where you go where your mouse is.
Yeah.
Or you go at an angle and then you have to shift it a little bit when you
Right. Yeah. I mean,
you kind of like, you want like a straight block.
I think it's like ideally you hit it.
What
I know
if you
that's
take
just like a tight, you know, when you want to like nollie 180s or something, you kind of like, it's just kind of it limits you that amount of space that you could have.
Okay.
what about thoughts on making that right where your cursor is crescent ledge into it?
Crescent ledge.
Like
Like a C?
yeah, like a C.
Okay.
I don't know. That'll take away from the manual.
Like on like this
yeah,
would be.
yeah.
Yeah, it's possible.
That might be the only manual pad, right? If that's it.
Doesn't need to be.
Yeah, it doesn't.
You know what's fun too is when you have a ledge and a main pad connected, like block style. Stuff like that's always fun.
Have what connected?
You know how you have like a main pad with a ledge, like
Oh yeah, a little combo.
yeah, like they're like almost like blocked up. That stuff's always fun. Like quick feet kind of thing.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think that we can do a lot with. We got this whole zone. I mean, some flat, open flat was part of the request, so we're trying to respect that too.
Yeah.
Which,
No, yeah, I definitely, I agree with Cian. I think, that a nice manual pad with good surface on both angles is important.
Same with the wedge, yeah. I think the wedge is good. The wedge spot's good. I just think we doubled up on the left side a little bit. So just maybe just wider, The grand one.
this one.
Yeah, he doubled up it.
Oh, okay. Width wise,
Yeah, with
because then it's like then you got a super long mani pad. Like, yeah. Okay.
Are those on an angle downwards?
Yeah, I can't tell.
Are these?
Yeah.
No, they're both flat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think you
cool.
put it on the left side, it'll be good.
Yeah, especially if it's granite and it's wire, you can pressure slide it.
Yeah, I do know there's a few people that were really hoping for a sea ledge somewhere.
Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, I figured something out. Even kind of going around behind the we.
That's where I kind of got the inspiration of just taking that flat side of the triangle and turning it into a sea ledge.
Could you put a sea ledge at the edge of one of the sides? And like the sides? You know what I mean?
Like around one of the outside corners or whatever.
I feel like I think a lot of people skate sea ledges, so if you put them at the edges, it's kind of like how they would be at a street spot.
Right.
You know? I don't know if that's, is that flat? I don't know what that is. Is that part of the park? Is that a flat ground?
This zone.
Yeah. What is that?
I think that's just that's not part of our design. I think maybe that was pulled off of the.
It's part of the walking trail.
Yeah.
Just, get around.
Well, we could collaborate and make a nice bench for the walkers to sit on. That's also a sea ledge on the opposite side.
Multi-purpose.
I believe if you look at the master plan, they also have a little covered pavilion there for you too. So, if you want to reuse that spot multiple times, something will get.
Covered sea ledge.
So we can take on
Pavilion.
It's even better.
I think it'd be nice to have brick
Oh,
material.
some brick
I
stamping.
would love to see that.
Okay.
The old-timey
Yeah.
feel here.
Yeah, I actually agree. Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Who doesn't like to skate on brick?
Did you have the height on that flat bar?
I think 14 inches is kind of our standard for that. Let me see.
Is it round or is it square?
Currently it's round,
Okay,
but
let's go with round. Round is better.
Yeah, I think that's better.
yeah, for sure for a flat bar. Ooh, it's a little tall.
We want shorter.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%.
Well, Portsmouth's Park, they're big.
It's really tall.
And so is Dover.
Cian, what do you think for flat bar height? 10 inches, 12 inches?
Yeah, 10's almost like manual pad height.
And that's copy of height of the ledge, so you wouldn't want that. Probably just like 12, a foot, probably a foot, maybe 15. This 10 or 11 is copy ledge height, and that's like too low. That's like perfect for like a ledge man pad. And like, right in like 15 inches.
Right.
It's not too small.
Can you go to the street side?
Is it-
What's that? The street zone? Yeah.
I just don't like to see that. It's like, it's hard to see.
How about some hubbas to complement the other rails around the park? Because I only really see those. I'm not sure the size on those hubbas, but maybe some other size ones, smaller ones.
Okay.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Because like you got that rail down there going into the street park, and there's nothing on the other side, but there's also other places.
Right.
They got, is it 2 levels?
That pump, is it possible to make that pump like
Oh, okay.
a quarter pump, like a pump on the edge and then the hip, a real hip?
And then we get-
Right. The pump pump?
Like that pump there, but the lump on the side is actually a real hip.
Well, we got 2.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you could.
That would be better.
So it like blends to. I think so.
Like a regular, more of it, like a 320 hip, and then that would be the rollover on one side.
I personally think we should leave it round.
Yeah,
Because we already have the round hips all over it.
Yeah, we do got a couple of sharp. We got this guy right
Oh, yeah.
opposed to it.
I just mean like a mellow, smaller hip, because those other ones like look seem kind of big, and you have to hit it at a certain speed. I feel like someone that's starting off on a smaller one.
Gotcha.
Just because this is the one street side, you kind of want to make a little bit of the air from it.
Gotcha. Cool. What else? What else?
Oh, that quarterback would be sick. You built it and on the one close to the hubba, the hubba right there onto the right.
This one?
You built a quarterback attaching to it so you can ride on grind down the
Oh, like
That
a
would be sick.
You know, right to that corner, yeah, like to the left of it, to the left.
on this side.
Yeah, just slope into it so you can ride.
Okay.
on like a Smith.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Totally. We've done the transition hubbas on one or both sides before. So.
Yeah, that'd be fun. So one side of the we have 2 hubbas that we can ollie on it, one front side, back side already. And that we can just do a low one. Kind of make it interesting.
Okay. I like it.
Um,
Trying to figure out how it'll blend with the hip thing, but we'll figure it out.
oh, you mean like
Should be pretty sick.
I just think they about
The height, yeah.
Yeah, I think you could probably just run with this angle. Yeah, yeah.
kind of like a Beagle Park or whatever back then. A banker flopper would be good. I just don't see a space for one.
It looks really good overall.
Yeah.
All right. What else?
What's the length on that flat bar next to the granite ledge?
Like so, I think it's 16. So just to give you guys a sense of scale, these are what we're showing is basically like a saw cut pattern, are 10 foot by 10 foot squares.
Oh, okay, cool.
Is there a fence on the edges of these, the perimeter?
Fence?
Yeah,
Um,
because if there's not, it'd be cool.
I do-
Have, like one slappy curve, like along one of the.
I don't think there's a plan for a fence around. Okay. Yeah,
This time,
we're
Unless you guys say.
No,
Secure.
open's nice, open.
yes 16.
16 footer.
Yeah,
Slappy curve is a good idea.
Matt?
yeah. Slap.
Slappy curve?
Is that red right there?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. But I get some perimeter slappy curves would be cool.
Like a metal curve, you can learn how to see a curve too.
Just be aware.
Absolutely.
Some of the height issues might require the fence.
Right.
How high we are in the back. So
Yep.
there may be some fence.
Yeah.
But we try to minimize or none, like keep any sort of vertical. I mean, like vertical perimeter retaining walls are ugly, and whenever we're able to mound and blend the earth, around it, it just looks like it's supposed to be there instead of we just like plopped it there. So we'll see when we get there. But yeah, I like perimeter slappy. It's so crazy. The slappy curve just did like this full.
People love it.
Who doesn't like a slappy?
I just don't have to figure out slappy. I was like, I'll wait till like an ollie.
Right? Yeah, no ollie required.
4 or 5 times.
Yeah, I don't.
Kids. Doesn't make sense.
How about you? You got it? You got anything? Nothing? What do you think? You like it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You know these terminologies, because it's all new to me.
It takes years and years of nerding out on skateboarding to hone that vocabulary, right?
What's the closest one to the south of the, like that bank quarter pipe?
The-
Yeah, what is that?
It's kind of like a speed ramp.
Yeah, so you got Got your old man roll around in that corner, and then you got your quarter pipe.
There's a little hip there.
Yeah, another hit.
Yeah, so lower side on the flat. Oh.
That one will be that. Yeah, that's gonna be the blaster right there, coming in this way.
Honestly, it's a great layout.
Yeah.
Could you go to the right again?
Yeah.
Good flow.
It's really
Maybe.
well sectioned off.
So is that,
That's nice.
so that's a Euro, one of them will be a Euro, Euro.
Yeah.
Kind of like the one that was on, like the Phoenix Skate Park one?
Yeah. Yeah. So the idea is be able to hit these banks using it as a euro.
You can even hit the rail.
I wonder if it's possible to make one that was just a little bit wider. So
Yeah, you could hit the.
I'm trying to think of how you could do it, because it doesn't take up one of the rails, you know?
Yeah.
It'd be fun to have more of a Euro manual pad, or Euro gas, like a more of a safe Euro gas.
More like a standard.
Yeah, it's just you can actually skate up it instead of.
Okay. I mean, there's tons of places we could potentially do just a standard euro.
Or you can move that rail, yeah. Move one of the handrails. Just to add something else to the part that doesn't have it. People love Euro gas.
Yeah, where's the loop?
All right. What else? What else? What do you guys think about the mix of like pool coping, the overall ratio, pool block versus steel coping?
More pool.
More pool. And I guess, you know, ideally, like I said, water table is going to kind of dictate what we can and can't do. I guess in an ideal scenario, like what do you guys think depth wise? Like kind of this overall main zone, like I said, we're showing it about 5.
Well, I like that. Yeah, what's the height ratio, like a defensive quarter pipe and thing?
So I guess I think the deepest was 6.5.
What's that little area in the bottom there? Is that
This zone?
is that a waterfall down?
That's the
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the deep end.
Yeah, here I'll grab both.
It's like a deep end pocket.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oops.
That's what, 6.5?
That's a nice. That's a nice.
Where did you go? There you So yeah, 6.5.
Yeah.
Let's see this one. That one's 6.5 as well. So maybe, I don't know, we'll look at maybe, be nice if we could do a little variety. Maybe 7.5 would be kind of cool for this little
I agree.
rocket pocket.
So we get some speed coming out of that.
Swisher in there, yeah.
All right.
Do you have the total square footage of this current design? Because I know you spoke about some areas
I
for
think-
expansion.
We ended up at 20,000, right at around 20,000 total.
And is there other areas untouched?
We're pretty much, well, it was kind of questionable if like, oh, maybe we can encroach on the wetland delineated zone, but we just decided to just play it safe and stay outside of it. So we're probably with that the footprint we have now, we're pretty much maxing the area out. So
Really big.
yeah, it is super big.
Can I see the middle, the second middle area?
The square.
This one?
Yeah, so that's the main quarter, that's gonna be kind of like the, is that those are, what's the height of those? Outside?
On the outside.
4 foot?
4 foot.
Yeah.
And then it's all 4 foot?
Yeah.
And then what's the inside ones?
Well, we're showing 4 and 5, but I think I might want to change it to 4 and 6.
Yeah.
Those are kind of your two like standard quintessential mini ramp
Yeah.
heights, you know?
Is it possible to have like 1 2-foot, one of the walls, like outlining walls?
Uh-huh.
Not inside the thing, but one of the outside outlining walls to have like a 2-foot, like kind of like the current one we have, mini quarters?
You want it at least a little bit bigger than 2 feet.
But sorry,
Just to have like,
We could probably like drop a little portion down.
that's,
Yeah,
you know?
Not one side, and then so you can have like a step level, different levels.
just to try to emulate our current mini quarter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like it.
Sometimes it's, I don't know, learn everything on a fourth.
What about that spine section? I wanna know what the height off of that is. Should that be a little bit higher maybe?
On the extension right there.
Yeah. So we can like kind of like go up the wall of the circle when you're running.
Is there
I
any?
think it's 2.5, whatever, it's like that range.
No, it's
Okay.
about 2.5. I made one.
Is it 2.5?
Exactly 2.5.
Yeah, so I think that's what it is, yeah, I think that, because it doesn't feel, 3 still like,
But 3 would be fine.
but there's no other workouts that are small, so it'd just be good just to have one that you can like learn on, and also, it's just everything's kind of the same, it would be nice.
The
to have
spine.
variations.
The spine. No, the spine.
That extension.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we could go full spine here instead of having the little.
Yeah, that's what I was
You
just
go
gonna
up
mention.
spine.
There's
I think
no
I think
spine.
spine's good.
Okay.
The kids-
Yeah, so we'd probably just scoot everything back on
Kids
this.
skate the spines a lot, they skate the double side of spine a lot.
Yeah.
Which are just so like, so, yeah.
Yeah, I was just
Yeah. So
A
sick.
little bit taller. Back.
Yeah.
Further.
Huh?
Size of that spine.
What one do you have?
Yeah.
That's like 4 feet.
All right, and so knowing that we will potentially have to look at phasing, what are you guys thinking as far as like what's the top priorities to make sure?
Well, street.
I'm just saying, yeah, we could get rid of this left side as the second phase. Probably, the bowl.
The bowl.
Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
it's like I think what was it, like the people that did the survey was like 60
64.
64.
Yeah.
So that's what it would be.
Yeah, actually.
So I think that makes sense.
So what, like that as phase one?
But that was a lot of,
Yes.
So here's your age answer:
Yeah, with the quarter pipe.
25 to 34, dominate.
I think that's
There's your primary home buyer concrete right there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still,
There was quite a few outsiders that commented. It's like something you can't control, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Street.
Yes, street. That's the park versus amenities. Here's the transition versus street. So yeah, 60-40 was the 60-40 and then 40-60. It's kind of about what we typically see.
Could you go back to that middle section again?
Yeah.
Just the like the hip side.
This hip?
Yeah.
Looks like fun.
Yeah.
If we got rid of the back section, do you know what the square footage would be? Figure that out.
Of like the flow bowl.
Yeah, if you got rid of the full.
If we basically ended, probably you would want to include this stuff.
Yes. Yeah, we include
I mean, that would that flow bowl is probably, with this kind of zone,
Yep.
probably 4,000 square feet.
Okay,
So
we're looking at 15,000 roughly.
yeah, if you were to eliminate that, yeah.
Is it possible that the Euro back there, that middle pyramid thing that we were talking about?
Oh,
So,
into this?
just 'cause I'm just trying to think what that like. It's kind of like.
Well, it's like a speed hump. Here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would hold that
They may not Euro. I don't know. I'm just
If
trying to
anything, a rainbow rail on top.
here.
You said, that's so fun.
Baby rabbit rolls are fun.
Yeah.
I see those get used a lot.
Yeah.
You know, like when that like roof, like the
They're usually like an afterthought if there's an extra piece of coping laying around. What do we do with this thing? Rainbow rail.
Portland did two of them.
Yeah.
You just see them there's so many in New York City. I guess get those park spots and see a lot.
The one thing we don't have is a pole jam. Seems like there's a couple spots that.
Pole jam would be nice.
Oh, it's no walling, huh? I think you're really walling.
And so you guys like the ride-on hubbas?
Yeah, those are awesome.
That's cool.
Transition.
You make that level, that the Euro gap level in the stage. You get like edges on the side of it.
Yeah, these would be all
Hang around. It'd be cool.
steel. Yeah, we use C channel these days because it's like it's a little bit. I don't know. It's kind of like the best of both worlds. It's like you get better radiuses and stuff like you do with tubing, but then it's full of concrete, so it's solid. But yeah, it's skatable. Yeah.
Cool. Would it be concrete?
So these would be, picture this like top stair basically wrapping around.
No. I meant the edge of that would be metal, so you can grind it and hit it from like the Euros.
The edge, this edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
So
that'll
that would be metal, so you can play to grind that.
yeah.
It would be good. I think it would be fun if you could take one of those
So you
rails
can,
instead of having a double handrail.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then take one of them, put the rubber in the middle, on the more to the right, so you can hit as a Euro and as a
Gotcha.
you know? It's a little street league course, even with the double handrails.
Yeah. It's a little too street leaguey. All right.
That'd be fun for a ledge.
It's a good big hat, the Euro thing.
Yeah, that'd be nice to have. Grind a ledge and jump into the bank. But,
So that whole upper hubba portion is like a giant handle.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Maybe just one down the middle, and then this is like nice and open for
yeah, you just become more of a Euro and it space out.
right. And then with the steel edging, then you'd have all those options to like.
You have more of a use of it.
Yeah, I like that.
You wouldn't get bored of just like, oh, there's a ledge, but there's also a gap to ledge.
Also, it could get crowded with two rails like that too.
Totally.
What if you made the
Multiple.
sides a little slanted, so you could jam up?
I think they are slanted.
The sides of the platform.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, they are. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that.
That's so rad.
And clever.
Very clever.
Is it? Bank bar would be fun. Flat bar would be fun. I'm trying to think where to put them.
Bank the bar.
I'm just trying to think where you put them. There's not really a
Yeah.
you know. I feel like BMX people would like that, skaters would like that. But I don't know where you can put them.
This, the whole green section to the left. Do you know how about as far away from the road it is?
I mean, I don't. Let me see if I have the survey.
For like the main road?
Yeah, Ladder Valley Hill.
I think the wetland
Yeah.
is 50.
And then there's a slope coming down.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering about the slope.
Yeah, it's basically in the flat zone after that slope comes down.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it'll be nice, like tucked
Yep.
in there. Be cool. I don't think. No.
Can we just zoom in for a second?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Which angle you want? This one.
This one? Yeah, just zoom in. I can't see my eyes.
I had a thought on where the parking lot kind of is, in that green section, it looks like there's possibly grass. Could there be a thought of putting trees in there that could grow big at some point?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not. I think natural shade is always good.
That's what I would like to see, 'cause we're gonna get hit with a lot of sun.
Yeah,
From that angle.
right, totally. Yeah, because that's. Yep.
Yeah,
If
so,
you go back to
Because-
the master plan, we're not at this level yet with BHP. Part of the net.
Yeah,
master plan is
it's
gonna
there.
show- It's gonna show a landscape.
oh, there are, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so-
Yeah, is there any way we can make sure they're trees that grow fast and big?
I think there should be like
As long as
trees.
they're native, yes.
She mentioned.
Like Silver Spring will grow like 3 feet a year.
It only, also depends what.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't mess up
The root zone has to be considered too. You don't want to put a tree in.
No, I get that.
That's all part of, that's all the landscape.
That's the
plan.
Oh, we just, I don't want to see little shrubs, I guess is what I'm.
Yeah.
They don't do
We
it.
want big shade trees.
Yes.
Plain trees.
I'll clean the leaves, don't worry about that.
Well, there's a lot of leaves in that master plan, so. Might be hard.
Hey,
Hey.
it's called leaf
Can I
blower.
ask a question about the frame designing? If you can pull that back up,
The what?
just the design you pull it.
Yeah.
So these, like those, framed out light green sections, are those like grass sections
Like these?
On the exterior,
on the exterior?
you can see where there's.
Oh, these?
Yeah.
Those are just where we've like mounded up the ground, because these are, or mounded down depending on, like, for instance, like what we're showing now is basically, this is at existing, where you go down here is actually, bermed down.
If like that was grassed and like kept nice grass, that would be a great place for people to hang out and watch. These
Yeah, it's a
section
little
portions.
natural stadium kind of scene.
Like an amazing little clamshell like stage area where you can just hang out and watch people skate. And that other one just behind that hip, that like little grandpa hip is like, that would be cool too to have that there.
Yeah, I like it. I think that'd be cool. I mean, because if in fact these areas do become depressions, they'll need to have some sort of like yard drain here, and you probably could do some sort of edge treatment, because I mean, you can plant grass. I mean, and municipalities do, but there's going to be a natural kind of goat trail around the perimeter.
Yeah.
I mean, you could put sod in, and it still won't take on that edge.
Yeah, we're pretty tight with the constraints too with the wetlands. So
Gotcha.
and floodplain is what we're gonna have to look at as far as what we want to do. So, we do what we can.
Yeah. Anytime we can, escape the concrete to grass every once in a while, it's a nice thing.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
What's the bank, that bank that goes, to the right, that one?
This one?
Yeah, what is that?
That's the force stick.
Force there.
What's that, handrail?
Yep.
That'd be fun if we took out the rail and just went to a little bank, like her.
Yeah, we kind of have a little bit.
You know, those ride on.
Do you have this one already? This sort of.
That's what I'm saying, if you have, just take that one out, you can have a ride on drag to bank. Like a, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, we'd have to set we'd have to probably move the bank forward, which is it's a possibility.
Just an idea, just to have something. You see it on the street, you look at a spot.
All right.
Ride on bank. Yeah. That's what I think.
That bowl's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Right. Well.
Construction starts tomorrow, right?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Sign your name, Jack.
They don't have that power, but let's do it.
Cool. Well, thanks for the feedback, guys. I'm glad you guys are stoked. And,
Great job.
As
man.
far as phasing,
The big multi-million-dollar question is going to be cost.
Yeah.
And then, we have one city councilor here, if anybody else came in, Councilor Brown. Monday night, they approved, the $1 million project, which would be $500,000 grant that the city council authorized us to apply for last fall. We're still working through that grant application. We moved to the next step, but we haven't got that. And that's also $500,000 in private donations and grants. So that's what we would work with you and the community to raise.
time to
The
pound the
challenge-
pavement, y'all.
The challenge and opportunity, all this with related site work is closer to $2 million. Doesn't include the parking, doesn't include everything on the master plan, it's just this.
What was the price per square footage?
For the overall project, I think what we were at 1.8 all in. I think was
Yeah, you're one
With the-
three, and then it
So
was
we're
four.
like $85 per square foot.
Yeah.
maybe? Something like that?
yeah somewhere around there.
So just as we're thinking, those numbers aren't final, so then as we're thinking phasing, you know, I think it's also, what is that realistic first phase that we can fund to get something going, you know, hopefully this time next year. And I don't know what that, these are the experts, so they'll help us figure that out.
That, for the ground, when it's like 10 feet by 10 feet, are you doing it like is it no seams when you're doing the ground for the skate park? Or
We do saw cut joints, and construction joints where it's like a joint's just butted up, but no expansion joints or anything like that. Unfortunately, I mean, the only really acceptable spot for an expansion joint in a skate park is where a vertical face, like a ledge, meets the slab. But yeah, it's kind of, I mean, having a big open zone like this with your saw cut pattern is kind of rad because you still get the like, yeah.
So everybody's happy. Quiet is good.
Thinking about it. Wow, we're taking in one session.
Well, the fun part is done, so the money part.
Yeah.
All that.
If you guys, as far as like fundraising ideas and stuff, you guys should check out the Portage Family Skate Park website. There's a bunch of so Kyle Little, that project basically got him a job at Grindline. I mean, he pretty much like single-handedly secured 3 phases worth of funding for a skate park and did a lot of different like fundraising stuff. And sounds like you guys got a brewery, silent auction. That's really what did it for our community was silent auctions. Those were the big ones.
And the next steps. would
Hype
be,
it up, bands.
Grindline and VHB to fine tune this section, and then, I don't know if we'll do Zoom or do something to make sure, hey, this is what it is. We would go to city council and say, hey, this is you guys' design. We would present some cost estimates and then get their blessing on phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, whatever we're coming up with. Because when we start fundraising, when you guys start fundraising and then money comes to us for construction, we just need to make sure we have city council's blessing to do that. All the money you would receive comes to the city, and then I have to go to city council to receive it. So I'll review all that process with you guys. It's straightforward to me, but I don't know if it's straightforward to everybody else. But that's probably going to take a couple months before we get back to the city council to say, hey, this is where we're at. And this is realistically phase 1, which would be 2/3 of this or 1/3 or whatever. So we're not jumping head first into fundraising quite yet, but we're going to be pretty close to it.
Can I ask the group, do you think that's reasonable? Do you think you can fundraise like for $500,000?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think $500,000 can be raised.
Okay. Cool.
I would agree with that. I think the challenge is if it's 1.5 million. If we get the grant for 500, I don't know if this community would be able to raise $1 million. But we're not at that stage regarding. But maybe.
I believe it was to our understanding initially that there was a comment that the city would match funds at some point.
I can't speak on behalf of city council, city manager. Based on the past projects that we have done, the city has contributed to projects like this. We're starting the Merrimack River Greenway Trail in 2 weeks, which is going to be from Kiwanis Park Lot Road down towards Terrell along the river. I think we fundraised $600,000 between grants and private donations, and the city came in with $150 that the community did not. So there is a track record to do that.
Okay.
Same thing with the skate house. We built the skate house. $400,000 was donated. The city picked up the rest. So I think there's no magic formula
Right.
but I think that's part of the conversation as we go forward. Here's a plan. Here's the cost. Here's the phasing, and
And if you guys are like actively fundraising and doing events and stuff, like it certainly does not hurt to let council know, like do it, get on an agenda, do a check-in, be like, here's what we've been up to, just letting you know. I think that can.
That's what, there's a system in place to do that, but the biggest thing is getting a design that you all like.
Yeah.
Right.
Let VHB and Groundline confirm the price, confirm what we can do, sell it to city council, and then as soon as they say yes, we're 100% jumping in with both feet.
Going back a little bit, back to the design portion. I know it's tight with the wetlands in consideration with trying to get the maximum square footage, but has there been consideration with that, with getting lighting installed around the skate park?
We talked about that before the meeting started. I think, yes, but probably not in phase 1 or phase 2.
Yeah, I understand that.
But
I just want to make sure.
I think we have to be mindful when we're designing this, if there's places we have to run conduit.
Right.
Let's do it now.
Exactly.
That's why I was bringing it up. So.
But lighting would add another 400,000 plus or minus to it.
Yeah.
Any way we could
Lighting
put
is
the conduit
expensive.
in beforehand.
We're gonna try to be mindful of what that is. I think ideally conduit would go around, because your lights are gonna go around.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Just dug it already.
And that's what I was bringing up, so it'd have to be a perimeter, and
Right.
I don't know how tight that is to where,
That's part of, we have to be mindful of, knowing you guys want lights, so if we're in this ground, we're building it 1.5, 1.6, whatever, we don't wanna come back in 2 years and dig a section up because we have to do lighting.
Right,
So
I mean,
we're gonna try to be mindful of that.
I mean, in New England and here especially, like, skateboarding season doesn't stop until it's
Snows.
snowing, and,
Sometime-
and nowadays it doesn't snow until January. And
We
the
shovel
sun,
the snow a lot. I shoveled it the past
And the-
couple of times.
and the sun,
So you can
sun starts setting in October.
Just you can skate it.
Just don't weed burn it. Shoveling's fine, but fire is not good for the concrete.
Maybe concrete.
And part of the entire park master plan has parking lot lights.
Yeah, I know that,
But this would have higher density lights than parking lot lights.
Yeah.
for safety reasons.
Max, could you zoom in again, just we don't get any chance to see it. Just a little bit more.
Zoom in more.
Yeah, just a little bit, sorry. It's just
Okay. Any particular zone?
To,
You want to fly over or everything?
yeah, I want a drone, AI drone on it.
Yeah.
No,
Spin.
it would be good to make that bank ledge a little wide too.
The ledge on top wider.
Yeah, just so you can be hit as a manual pad up in as well, or like a slide, like a good wide lip slide one, good fly on it. That'd be nice.
Could you go back to the graph or say, what was the age?
Sure.
I just wanna see.
Definitely.
So the purple is 45 plus.
Yep. Senior citizens. Hey, I'm in that 45. Well, next week or 2 weeks.
What, okay, so the biggest one is 25 to 34, right?
Yeah, 25 to 34 is about 39.4%. The next biggest sliver is 35 to 44.
And these are people that actually like responded in time, because it was like a 2 or 3 week window. And there's a lot of kids that aren't like on social media.
Right.
So that actually.
And a survey's only as good as the people who respond to surveys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I try to like convince a lot of the young kids to like do it, but my parents, but like, it's hard, it's just.
Where was it posted? Was it like on Facebook? Was it?
Instagram, Facebook,
Instagram,
Yeah.
Facebook, we're not.
Through like our
My son
channels,
went
the skate park committee, city.
It was pretty saturated.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's
Well,
a,
especially if you average 30, and we got 142, that's.
that's a lot.
Yeah.
I know. I'm trying to conceal the names.
Dead air.
Yeah. Where's phasing? I know.
Oh, I had
I know,
a,
I
I had
have to
a
wait
fun
for the
request after the fact. A knobbed ledge.
Knobbed ledge?
I'm not for you.
What do you mean knob? Like skate stoppers?
Yeah.
Nope. Absolutely not.
No.
Yeah, we've been asked to put like skate stoppers even on like the non-skatable stuff in some of our projects, and
Really?
it's like,
Yeah, because people like skating them.
yeah.
They like skating over
I mean,
them.
sometimes the round rails and they have the little.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool. Like someone's like, when you put the X. Yeah.
Oh, the diamond grind stuff?
Yeah, that stuff's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. Good sound.
That house is, as far as like the ground, and how does it hold for the winter? You know, the winter's here, it's like lots, it's really salty and it's, the water and everything is freezes up and.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's why we've got engineers on the project, and that's, the geotech report will basically give recommendations of like everything that we should be doing below the concrete so that it's not floating and things like that. So yeah, but we're definitely used to designing and building in this, yeah. We're doing a project in Anchorage right now after a record winter. It's crazy. Construction season there is like
Saw the design.
May 15th to it's like September 15th or something. It's crazy.
Okay, I think we're done. Obviously, Matt's around to answer any questions, and Mike's here for VHB. And well done, Matt. I think everybody's
Yeah, thanks.
excited about it.
Thanks for coming out. Good. Definitely solid, positive vibes at both meetings, so that's always appreciated on my end.
So, on a local level, is this going to be one of the better parks in northern New England?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
absolutely.
That was your goal. We want to make sure that was the goal.
Well, it's the state capital, it should be a premier park.
That's true.
Should be training a lot
Well,
of skaters here.
I definitely got a lot of
That's
feedback that they're excited that Grindline's involved.
Oh,
I've gotten a lot of feedback from other city, locals from other cities that are really happy that we tried to go with somebody else versus the other company that's been blazing a path through New Hampshire. So,
No, people are jealous.
Good. This is our first New Hampshire park.
I know, we know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I mean, I've been flying all over the country for 2 decades, and I've never, before my last trip, never been to New Hampshire ever.
Wow.
Yeah. I like it. Concord's like downtown, the whole Main Street thing, like that's like my jam. That's why I moved to the city I lived in Washington, away from Seattle. But yeah, I really like it. And the crew will too.
Okay, thank you, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Awesome.